Welcome back. Who needs more fiber in their life? I do, and you probably do too. This is a crazy fact. Only about 5% of Americans get enough fiber. That is not good. So we have Cleveland Clinic dietitian Julia Zumpano here to help us. I was so excited. I said, I don't know if it's a sign of age or just the fact that I really am into trying to be healthier and better about what I do, but I never realized how much fiber plays a role in us living healthy lives.
Such a big role, and it's so many different ways too. So it helps immediately with blood sugar control. It helps with satiety, keeping you more full, more satisfied throughout the day. Long term, it helps with gut health, so it feeds those good gut bacteria, creates a good bacteria composition in your stomach so you can digest well. It leads to overall good digestion, and it helps prevent things like gastrointestinal cancers, helps with heart disease, because fiber actually can help lower cholesterol, helps lower blood pressure. It has so many benefits.
How does it work to do these things for us?
Sure, so well, with the cholesterol, soluble fiber binds around something called bile in our guts, and bile is composed of cholesterol. So it helps kind of engulf the bile and help eliminate it with the body's waste. With blood sugar management, it slows down the rate of glucose. So it kind of puts the brakes on how fast the sugar goes up in your bloodstream. So it really creates a more gradual rise and a gradual decrease. So it helps those blood sugars be better managed throughout the day, and then, time after time. So overall, just general blood sugar management, which whether or not you're diabetic, that's extremely important.
It's so important. So you have some foods out here, because sometimes people are like, okay, well, there are some obvious ways that you can get fiber, and then I feel like there's foods that you might not realize are high in fiber too.
Sure.
So can we go through some of the things that we have here?
Just one overlapping theme is fiber is found in plant-based foods. So anything that grows from the ground is going to have fiber. So it's simple. Meats and cheeses and dairy are not going to contain fiber. So starting off with breakfast, this is an example for a very high fiber breakfast would be a chia seed overnight oats. So there's chia, flax, and then oats. And then it's topped with fresh berries and some nuts and seeds. So I planned this for each meal to be about 10 grams of fiber.
Okay, because how much should we get in a day?
The range is between 25 to 38 grams of fiber a day. So I kind of landed in the middle. Some people need a little more, some people need a little less, again, depending on your weight, size, height, etc.
Sure, a lot of factors.
A lot of factors. And then there's some fibers that people tolerate better than others. So that's also important to note.
And to each his own when it comes to that. I can eat apples fine. If I eat one pear, it affects me differently.
Yeah,
it's interesting, and I'm sure that affects everyone differently. So
yeah, fibers definitely affect people differently. So you just have to be mindful of how your body reacts to different foods, and that's in general too.
Okay. What about here?
This is a nice fresh salad with various different veggies on it. Of course, I threw some protein. That's a salmon patty, so that's another great way to throw in some vegetables. So onions and garlic and pepper and celery. So just another easy way to add more fiber.
Okay.
Beans, of course, are an excellent source of fiber. There's chickpeas here, but any form of beans, walnuts, so peppers, all of that. Greens are a phenomenal source of fiber.
Great, right?
Plus, they're packed in so many other nutrients.
Now, what about here?
So this is a sample dinner. So a lot of veggies. We want 50% of our plate to be vegetables. So that's the underlying theme that you always want to maintain.
And a lot of people aren't doing that. I know I don't do that all the time. I mean, it's hard. 50% should be vegetables.
Yes, and we'd be lucky if we get vegetables once a day. We're talking at least 2 to 3 times a day.
Wow.
Too. So 7 to 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day is what's recommended. If you aim for that and attain it, most likely you will meet your fiber needs.
Okay.
So 50% vegetables, so we have various veggies. All veggies are good. I always say, just pick what you like, go with what you like, and then start to add variety from there. Red skin potatoes, keeping the skin on, will maintain the fiber. That's where the fiber is in potatoes. So I feel like potatoes get a bad rap. They're great, good for potassium, wonderful food, very filling carbohydrate, and then of course some protein there.
And it's a little snack over here?
Yeah, so just to you want to build in fiber into your snacks too. So like it's apple season, these are fresh picked apples, apple picking season, with some almond butter or natural peanut butter. So nut butters are a great source of fiber. And then some dried, or even if you can find them, fresh figs. Figs are packed in fiber too.
Now here was the thing that I would recommend, as I have learned. I think people give up initially when they're trying to add more fiber in because maybe they overload. And if you overload on fiber, it's you don't feel good
Yeah,
necessarily,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
So,
You'll have negative side effects for sure.
so just like anything else, incorporate it slowly into your
Yes.
diet.
So the average American diet gives you about 10 to 15 grams of fiber. So if you go from 10 to 30, you are definitely going to have some GI upset.
Yes.
Some people are fine, but most people are going to have some negative symptoms.
So don't be turned off by that. Just
So
do
I
it
would
slowly.
start super slow. Start super slow. Start by adding like maybe a tablespoon of chia seeds or even a teaspoon of chia seeds. Just start little by little and spread it out throughout the day. Don't try to pack it all in at one meal. That's another big one.
I'm telling you, I just bought a book by Dr. William B. It's called Fiber Fueled. I mean, if this doesn't tell you what, instead of reading some kind of good novel, I'm reading about fiber these days. That's what's in my home library. But I do see the benefits in all of it. And so thank you
So
for
beneficial.
sharing all
Yeah.
this information.
Thank you so
I'm
much for
happy to have
having
you
me.
here. And get those veggies in. Avocado's a really good source too, right?
Avocados
Great
and grains.
source.
Grains are great sources too.
Thank you for coming in. Always love seeing you.